like to thank one of my subscribers, Ifosa Amafidon. I hope I'm saying your name right. ICE arrests 114 at Ohio Garden Center in major mass raid. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of these raids that ICE do now are at places of employment where there may be lots of immigrants working there. And this seems to be very common now. And they usually can round up sometimes 100 people or more in these raids. And I can tell you, it is real common. Whenever Trump starts ranting about the immigrants, I would say like a week or two after his rant, there's always major roundups after that. It's almost like clockwork. U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement officers arrest 114 undocumented immigrants working at an Ohio gardening business in one of its largest workplace raids in recent years. It is the largest in our region in the last decade, said Khalid Walls, spokesman for ICE Northeast Region, which comprises Michigan, Ohio, and upstate New York. In April, ICE arrests nearly 100 people accused of being in the U.S. illegally at a Tennessee meatpacking plant. At the time, immigration rights groups said the operation was ICE's largest workplace raid in a decade. Tuesday's arrests targeted employees of Corso's Flower and Garden Center in Sandusky and Castalia, Ohio, Walls said. It never ends. I was listening to, this was a couple of years ago. It was these immigrants just sitting around talking, and I could hear them because they were not that far from me. And some of them were saying that they came across that border 4 and 5 times after being deported. They just keep coming back. Same person just keeps coming back. Because this one guy was sitting there saying he's been deported 5 times. And he always comes back. So I don't know. Is it really worth spending all that money if the same person just keeps coming back and you just keep flying them back over the Mexican border? I don't know. It seems kind of counterproductive if you don't have a real way of keeping them out. Government agents lead suspect in custody towards arrest room during the immigration sting at Corso's Flower and Garden Center on Tuesday. Okay. So about 200 ICE personnel were involved in the operation, which began at 7 a.m. and continued late into the evening, he said. Search warrants were served on both locations without incident. So it was 2 different Ohio locations that they raided. The mass arrest is part of the Trump administration aggressive stance on immigration, and particularly its pledge to increase crackdown on employers who hire undocumented immigrants. In October 2017, Acting Director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Tom Homan, said he ordered the investigative unit of ICE to increase worksite enforcement actions by as much as 5-fold. So they're stepping up on these people that are bringing in all these illegals and hiring them for employment. Not only are we going to prosecute the employer that hire illegal workers, we are going to detain and remove the illegal alien workers, Homan said. A family member of Corso's workers who did not want to be identified spoke to CNN affiliate NBC 24. My soon-to-be brother-in-law was deported this morning, she told the news station. He was brought here as a young boy. He worked at Corso's for many years. They paid him good money. By no means did they pay him what they think immigrants should be paid. They paid him good money. He did a good job and he worked hard to provide for his family. He got a 6-month-old daughter. Yeah, but you did it all illegally, so they can pluck you out of here anytime they want. Now, some of these people, they are making them, because it was one man, it was last year I did the story, and they told him he was not allowed to come back to the US for 10 years. And he had a teenage son and daughter who will be full grown by the time he gets to see them again. So, I mean, it's crazy. But you got to understand, America is about dividing families, especially if they're non-white families. They don't care. They'll divide you, separate you from your kids. They think nothing of it. Okay, so apparently this Corso's is a family-owned business, and they had a flower and garden center. So those people were probably doing a lot of stuff out in the field, doing work. That's what I gather. So you can expect these things to happen. And it's probably going to step up now because they really want these folks out. There's stories all around the world right now with migrants and immigrants being rounded up and thrown out of not only here in America, but European countries as well. This is happening. So this is pretty much going on in a big way in the Western world right now. But I'm not surprised. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. See, so much for coming to America and believing that you're better than Black folks. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, share the video, like the video, and I will see you on the next video that I put out later on today. Peace, family.